Hi folks, hope you're doing well. It's nearly 1 p.m. on the 23rd of July 2020. We've got a lot more stupidity in America. Trump is using protesters as a way of trying to get votes with these hardcore voters. Sending in federal people in plain clothes, in plain cars to arrest people without any details of why they've been arrested. And of course, these people will be let go. If Trump loses the election, these people will be let go anyway. Because what Trump's doing really is breaking the law, because you can't just arrest people without actually telling people what they've been arrested for. These people are supposed to be there protecting the monuments and the federal buildings. Who cares? It's a building. Who cares, really? It's a building. And the monument. Who cares? It's a blinking monument. You go taking away people's so-called rights. When I say so-called rights, I'm doing that thing with my fingers. Because really, as I've said before, we don't have any rights, really. It's all a con. You don't really have any rights when it comes down to it. That's why he can just do this. And really, there's not that much of a scream coming up from anywhere about the rights of these people being abused. Because, of course, these people don't really have any rights. But then, along with that, you've got a group called Strike for Black Lives being held across the US. Part of their aim is to dismantle racism. Good luck with that one. I mean, racism is within people. Within the people that are racist, certainly. To dismantle white supremacy. Well, again, there's no such thing as white supremacy, really. Economic exploitation. Again, how are you going to dismantle that? Your aims are to do things you can't possibly do. You just cannot do it. Utterly stupid. I said you're going for things that, okay. Good luck with that. So this white supremacy issue. I did a video the other day about white privilege and the fact that white privilege does not exist. Never has done. Rich privilege, and yes, okay, the rich people, generally speaking, are white. There's a few brown-skinned people. Mainly they are, yes, pinky-skinned, or as you say, white. But as I say, remarkably speaking, they keep on using the word white. I've never seen a person who has white skin. Never. Now, there may very well be a person who has white skin. Maybe they have a skin problem, which has turned their skin white. But that's not everybody. It's like calling people black. Again, no. It's racist. Call people white and say white supremacy. It's racist. All these organisations, Strike for Black Lives, again, racist. Absolutely ridiculous. Crazy, but as I say, Trump, okay, let's get back to the point. Trump knows election coming, and with election coming, he's struggling with points with his policies are crap. He knows that. He lies through his teeth about what he's going to do and what he's done. His people are starting to realise that he really has completely mishandled and mucked up this coronavirus situation in America. Completely. Even he did a video the other day with a Fox News person. saying that when he said the coronavirus is just going to disappear, one day he's going to be right, because it will just disappear. Excuse me, moron. Yeah, it's like you saying it's 7 o'clock. What? 7 o'clock in the evening. At one point in the day, you're going to be right. Doesn't mean you can say all day long it's 7 o'clock in the evening. No. You complete and utter moron. It does not mean that at all. You saying coronavirus is just going to disappear, that's why people haven't taken it seriously. That's why the death rate in America is as high as it is. That's why cases continue to go up and up and up and up and up. Because you. And the thing of it is that his own people know that. And if his own voters end up dying, or sorry, let's put this a bit more correctly, because if they end up dying, they're probably not going to vote for him because they're dead. But if they have relatives or friends that have died because of the virus, they're going to know it's him. Although saying that, you had Ted Cruz earlier basically trying to suggest that the coronavirus is something that the Democratic Party have created, and that if they win the election, suddenly it's going to completely and utterly disappear. Okay, you get that from where? Where do you base your argument from? Where's the evidence? That's the point. Idiots like Ted Cruz. I mean, how on earth is Ted Cruz still an elected official? How? When someone can come out and say rubbish like that, completely moronic stupidity like that, with a look on their face that says, "Oh, I'm being serious." How on earth can anybody vote for that person with any sort of decent conscience? Any sort of decent conscience. It is insane. But yeah, of course, in the next few weeks, next few months, Trump is going to use whatever he can. He's going to try and go heavy-handed on protesters. He's going to, like he did in Washington, there were people peacefully protesting. He got the state police to, or was it worse? I think it was worse than that. It wasn't the state police, was it? He got, I can't remember the exact story, but something like the army to come in and get rid of these people. So he could stand there holding a Bible, posing for a photo. My God. And this man still has 40% of the vote, apparently. 40% of people think he's doing a good job. Why hasn't Russia nuked America yet? Or at least to 40%. Yeah, that's southern America. Just nuke them completely. Jesus Christ. You've got people that are this incredibly stupid. The world would be a far better place without them. Seriously, the world would be a far better place without them. So, of course, you can't nuke. I'm not seriously suggesting anyone nukes the southern section of the United States, because there are many decent human beings in that area. There are some absolute lunatics as well, though. And some people that are completely deluded, where their brains just don't function in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, they couldn't even see that having statues of Confederate so-called heroes was racist. They couldn't see it. They couldn't see that these people who were fighting to be able to keep slaves, that really was the reason why they were fighting. So they can enslave brown-skinned people. They don't see that that's racist in any way, shape, or form. I mean, how could you not see that? God. And these are the Trump voters, for goodness sake. These are the people voting who are Republican voters. I mean, really, what needs to happen is, there's no point talking about that. There's no point talking about what needs to happen. We know, biblically speaking, you look at the Bible, it says that the Antichrist is going to rule the earth. So there's no point talking about, ideally speaking, let's get rid of the Republican Party completely. Because ideally speaking, let's get rid of that blinking party completely. What an awful party that is. Awful. I mean, Democrats aren't brilliant. Let's be honest. They're flipping awful, really, as well, but not quite as bad. Depends on who's in charge of them, It's like in the UK, you've got Conservative, which is pretty awful, and you've got Labour, which normally isn't too bad. But the last election, the Labour was being run by anti-Jews. So they were worse. As I say, it's almost a situation at elections where you're being forced to vote for someone that you wouldn't normally vote for because of how awful the other side is. It's like this time, Biden is the option there. Biden isn't really the ideal option for anybody. Not really. He's winning the polls because he's basically keeping himself locked away in his home. He's not going out. He's not embarrassing himself. He's not going out doing anything. I mean, it's obvious with Biden, he was going to get some people coming out saying he's sexually harassed them because even when he was vice president, he constantly had his arm around people of any age, slugging up to people, sniffing their hair. He's a strange one. He is a strange one, that's a certainty. He's not the ideal person you'd really want to be president of a country, any country at all. But when you've got Trump as the alternative, it's like, oh my Lord. You've got to go with Biden. I mean, it's scary, isn't it? You put Biden up there. Would you go for him? No. But then you've got this monster. You're got to vote for one. Okay, Biden. We go for Biden. Go on. Oh, jeez. Take the orange one away. But that's the options that the Americans have got, really, which is terrible. Really incredibly bloody poor. I mean, Sanders would have been a better option than Biden. Much better option. Even though his views are a bit more extreme. Had he got into power, he would never have pushed most of that stuff that he believes through because of the fact the Democratic Party and the Republicans would never have allowed him to do so. But the reason why he should have been a better one, he would have been a better one to put through, is because he would have been pushing for better stuff to be done. Biden is an incredibly liberal Democrat. Incredibly liberal. He is middle of the road. He's not. I don't know why Obama chose him as his whatever it was. I know the name. I've just forgotten it. But anyway, deputy president, whatever thing it was. Vice president. There you go. Vice. There you go. I don't know why. He's bland, to say the least. The only thing about him that isn't bland is his touchy, feely, sniffy nature, which is creepy. But apart from that, he's incredibly bland. He does have experience. He has served. That's good. He's lost a son, which is terrible, but good in the sense that he has compassion, which is good. All in all, probably a lovely person. I'm pointing him out as nearly as bad as Trump. He's not. I mean, even Trump is probably a half decent person. If you just meet him, he's probably fairly friendly. I think if you got to know him, you'd certainly find him a little bit. Both, you might find them both a little bit freaky. But yeah, I mean, all the other people, that Elizabeth Warren was never going to get it. Never. No. Oh, I don't know. It's a tricky situation, really, with this. And we'll see who Biden picks as his vice. I think that's pretty important. There was a lady that was suggested that he would pick who seemed interesting. I've forgotten what her name is. But, yeah. I will include a link to this video of what was it? Trump vows to crack down on anti-racism protests across US. It talks a little bit about the strike for Black Lives held across US. So yeah, I will link that and we'll see. Yeah. So I'm not sure. Is it an actual strike with people who are working? Because generally speaking, most people aren't even working. So how's that strike going to be that effective? Because most people aren't working. What are they going to do? Go back to work and then strike? And staff work again? I don't know. Anyway, I'll link that. That gives a bit of detail on that sort of stuff. And yeah. Went mad, isn't it? The other day. That thing the other day with Trump. He does seem to be losing the plot. I'm just going to mention this quickly because we are quite a way into this one. 17 minutes in. A person was abused a bit for supporting Trump. This person makes tin beans. So then Trump's daughter poses in a photo with these tin beans. So Trump then puts a load of these tin beans on the Resolute desk in the Oval Office and poses for a photo supporting this person. I mean, excuse me. You absolute idiot. What are you doing? You are completely and utterly losing the plot. Posing for a photo with products from someone who supports you, showing support for them in the Oval Office on the Resolute desk. You are insane. And I would certainly say your chief of staff is doing an absolutely awful job. That person should be stopping you from doing that. Really? Oh dear. Anyway, you take care, folks. God bless, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.